Okay, so how about some other tips? Where can you find more products?
Well, I do a mix of OA and RA. Like I mentioned, I'm ordering online, but I'm also going out to the stores. When you're out at the stores, don't be shy or embarrassed about what you're doing. Everyone has an app. Almost every store has their own app. So no one's even paying attention to you. You just feel self-conscious because you know what you're doing. But get to know the department managers in the store. It's very helpful to kind of have those relationships. One year I was talking to the toy manager and I said, "Hey, what's the hot toy this year?" And she told me it was the Poopsie unicorn, and they were flying off the shelf as soon as we could get them in. And I said, "Okay." So then I'm looking up Poopsie unicorns, and there are these pooping unicorns, but that's what kids are into. And they were $50, and they were selling for $150. So I drove all around to the different Walmarts and got the pooping unicorns, and I was selling them as quickly as I could get them in by having that conversation. I know other department managers, and now I get the phone call that says, "Hey, well, these items are going to be marked down on clearance. Do you want to come check them out before we put the clearance tags on them?" And it's just by talking to them and really helping them get their sales as well. So have these relationships if you're in store. That really does help, and you can kind of get to know what the new products are coming out. Amazon also tells us what the best sellers are. If you just go to the Amazon.com page as a buyer, they have a best sellers tab you can click on, and it'll show you the best sellers in every category.
Another way to find that bestsellers page is to just go to Google. And this is sometimes finding my way around Amazon seems like it takes forever. But if I go to Google and I just type in Amazon bestsellers, and then I put the category that I'm interested in, like toys, it pops up that page right up the beginning of search.
So last weekend, I had to do a quick, unexpected road trip, and I had been scrolling just through the Amazon bestsellers, just kind of looking to see kind of what's selling. And we made a stop. I did a little bit of sourcing on my way to see my grandmother. And I went into a store, and there on an end cap was one of the best-selling toys. And I was like, "Oh, this is exciting." And so I bought quite a few. And I took my mom was with me, and I said, "Hey, if they don't let me check out with all of these, I'm going to need you to buy some." So we already had a plan checked out because some stores do limit what you can buy. Checked out, no issues. Got to my grandmother's, and I was only in town for the night. And so I thought, well, I have all of this product that I just sourced. I'm going to go ahead and list it merchant fulfilled until I get home. That little toy that I bought last weekend started selling very quickly, merchant fulfilled. I actually sold out. And that one product brought in a 366% ROI. I wasn't really out looking for it, so to speak, but I had browsed the best sellers items. So when I was in the store, it kind of jumped out at me because I'd already seen the list.
Okay, so you went to Amazon bestsellers and you were looking through the toys. And on the bestsellers page, just for, if anybody goes and checks, you have the top 100 best-selling products in that category. So in this case, it'd be the 100 best-selling toys, and that changes from day to day. You can just browse through that and kind of get an idea of what's hot right now. Then you just happen to be in a store, recognized one of those products, that the price was right. And on Amazon, the price was so much higher, right? It must have
Yes.
been. Okay. Was it much higher than list price on Amazon?
Yes. I bought the item for around $5.45.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been selling it anywhere from $21 to $26.
Could
So
you also find that product online if you looked for it? Do you know?
they're out of stock right now online. Most places are.
That's why it's increased price on Amazon.
Yes.
Okay.
I've tried to get my hands on more. If the store wasn't 3 hours away, I would have went back. But and so that's another thing too. When you find a hot seller like that and it's going very quickly, then I did exactly what you said. I looked online. Could I get my hands on any more? Right now, that product seems to be out of stock in most places, which is why I'm able to take advantage of that extra profit built in on Amazon.
Wonderful.
It used to be said if you're not online, you're not in business. That's from like 15 years ago. All right. Now it's that if you're not on Amazon, you're not in business.
Regardless of that big dream, you've got to build a foundation. You have to have a business that has cash flow.
You need more cash? Go out and source some more. shove those products into Amazon, what's going to spit out the other end is profit. It's that simple, isn't it?
Then they start looking at it as, this really is a system. So how can I add more to my system? How can I start to scale this?
That's why this is so integral, each pillar leading up sequentially to that long-term reliable business.
These are the real assets then that somebody who wants to buy a business, this is what they look for.
This is the brand launcher, the career launcher, the income launcher. It's a beautiful thing. And I know you're going to love what this can do for you. You're going to get a vision. You're going to get a vision to grow your business, to sell it for a profit, kind of show your pals, your friends, your family.
Yes, you can make $1 million just selling on Amazon alone.